my brothers, my sisters, and my ballers. Welcome back to another match day of What's Football with our fans, with your favorite social football analyst, Tsepiso aka Tebzoro. To the ballers passing by, I hope you like what you see, because I surely like what I do. And make sure to join the returning ballers who continue showing gang love and appreciation by liking, commenting, as well as to subscribe. So we finally finished week 1 of the World Cup in Qatar, and that's exactly what I'm going to be diving into. There's certainly been some surprises and other results that have come through that we've expected to see. So let me start off with the favorites, who showed exactly why they're favorites. The Seleção in Brazil. It was a dull, not necessarily a dull affair, but a tight and cagey affair in the first half against Serbia. You could definitely see the nerves. But once that ball started flowing and the Joga Benito started coming out, the Brazilians let it happen in the second half. They made their playground their dance floor. All Serbia could do was just follow as they led the way. Richarlison scoring a beautiful second goal. And even the attacking players who came on off the bench. That attack can start at half of the teams in this World Cup. Speaking about Anthony, Jesus, Martinelli, and Rodrigo. And as soon as they came on, the tempo never dropped. Literally, Brazil showed us why we are scared of them. It's unfortunate that Neymar got injured, but hopefully he's back for the knockout stages. I definitely see Brazil sweeping aside Switzerland as well tomorrow. Well, the game will be on the day that I post this video, but yeah, tomorrow. And then they should be making light work of Cameroon, to be honest. It's unfortunate that I'm speaking down on my African ballers, but yeah, Brazil, tough team to beat, hence why they're the number 1 team in the world and the number 1 team to win the World Cup. Moving swiftly along to them Northern Hemisphere people who thought football's coming home until they got stuck by soccer. You know, it was the battle between football and soccer, and it was a shame to not see football actually win against soccer. The USA midfield was all over England in the first half. Oh my soul. Musa, Tyler Adams, Weston McKennie, shout out to them. We all know how much of a talent Yunus Musa is, but they really stood up against England. They really, like, it was a deserving draw from England's side, but the team that did most to try to get a win was USA. Things got better when Jude went off for Henderson and then Sterling off for Grealish, but it's not like England took control of the game. They just took some control away from the USA. And before that, they were loud after whipping Iran 6-2. The attacking boys did the things in Sterling, Rashford, Saka. Many of those were the players who were booed at Euro 2020 with missing penalties. Jude Bellingham scored. You know, England, don't get too excited, but then again, if there was a right time for you guys to drop points or have a performance that's under par, it was a game against USA. It's a good wake-up call for Gareth Southgate, who clearly showed he's out of his depth tactically. Like, the level that he's at tactically does not match the level of, well, the quality that his players have. There's no reason why you're not taking off Mount for Foden in that game. Just bring on Foden. Mount has been blank, more so against USA. Take him out. Take him out. Instead, you bring on a squad man just for his presence in Henderson. Come on now, Gareth. You're taking this team to the south. Let them just find the gate. Anyways, let's leave those ones who thought football is coming home and head over to the surprising results. Argentina. Hell gave Saudi Arabia a whole holiday. Apparently, labadlali manje bazophuma noma Rolls Royce. Whether they qualify for the LAST16 or not, people are getting Rolls Royces. And to be honest, it was tough for Argentina to take because they did not have a bad first half. You know, the high line that Saudi Arabia played just caught them out on a few close margins, a few close offside calls. It's not like the chances weren't created, and more so not even put away as well. Messi was delivering, Lautaro was on the end of things, Di Maria stayed moving down the line in the first half, but they just couldn't find the elusive second goal, and as soon as the second half started they went to sleep. Romero had a horror of a performance. I don't know why Leandro Paredes was started. He should not be starting. If you're going to play one holding mid, the man to play is Guido Rodriguez. Guido Rodriguez is, honestly guys, the most underrated CDM of the past 18 months. What he does at Real Betis with Carvalho is really going unnoticed. That man's amazing. Yadlala, they're number 5. They're number 5 that plays number 6. Yadlala. Guido Rodriguez stamped his authority against Mexico in allowing the attack to fully deliver. But we can't ignore what the Messiah did on the big stage. You know, bringing joy to Argentina, overcoming the tough Ochoa between the sticks of Mexico. Argentina versus Poland will be an interesting game, as it's a decider for who finishes top of the table, you know. But then again, if they draw and Saudi Arabia wins, Saudi Arabia finishes top of the table. That group is still in the balance, it's still in the open. Unfortunately, we would have liked to see Argentina through, but I still see them going through. Let's head over to Europe, in bumping into the other ones who got surprised. Germany. Ingati, there's a sign, excluding Portugal, but I'll get to Portugal with Ronaldo, that if you score first goal and it's a penalty, you'll lose. Happened with Argentina, and happened as well with Gundogan in Germany. Germany went really up to it, you know. They did well enough to have the lead at the halftime break, and then second half they just never did enough to take the game away from Japan. It was always there in the open. If Japan could get a goal, anything could happen, and the bench of Japan purely delivered. Energy. They brought the energy, and now Germany faces a scary task in La Furaroa, seeing if they can keep their World Cup hopes alive against Spain, who dismantled Costa Rica. I don't know what the future father-in-law said to Ferran Torres, but he delivered in front of goal. He made sure that you cannot bench me, you know. Then again, Luis Enrique says his girlfriend might have a word or two. Luis Enrique's daughter, being Ferran Torres' girlfriend, might have a word or two with Ferran Torres being on the bench, but you showed us why you can't be benched, which annoys me because you know how to miss, but you delivered against Costa Rica. I hope to see Spain deliver as well tonight against Germany. Spain's 7-0 was a pure 7-0, like everything they tried just came off. Gavi's goal, it just came off. Ferran Torres' second goal against the keeper coming out. Even Morata at the near post. Keylor Navas set himself up to go dive for the far post. You wouldn't expect Morata off that 1-2 with Dani Olmo to hit it into the near post. Literally, that is a team to watch, mainly because they gel well as a team. Like, Luis Enrique knows his personnel, but in my previous video I did mention my worries about Spain not purely having a match winner. But then again, they know how to deliver as a team. It's the worry that I have with Spain, is that if they go behind, it's tough for them to overcome a deficit. But enough about them. Let's go speak about the world champions, who are the first team to qualify for the next round in having strikers deliver, match winners like Mbappe and Giroud. Dembele had a fabulous performance against Australia. Exactly what we needed. Just be simple. Not necessarily just be simple, but do what you need to do, because he's so unpredictable in a good way and a bad way. But he just did exactly what he needed to do. When it was time to take on a man, he finished him. When it was time to lay off a pass, he laid it off. When it was time to open the game, he opened the game. Create, he created. He did exactly what he needed to do. And that's all I need from Dembele. Only thing that worries me about France is the strength in depth from the bench. It's lacking. It's lacking, my ballers. You look at that England and there's something, but the coach is lacking there. But then you look at Brazil where it's just fire. Yellow heat. Spain as well. Talent off the bench. Smart coach. It's all to play for at this World Cup for France. But they definitely passed a good test. Leaving Denmark on the verge of probably going out of the tournament if they don't overcome Australia. Let's see how that result ends. And now let's go speak about Portugal, who are lucky against Ghana. So lucky. It's painful. They were just so lucky to get the 3 points. I don't understand Fernando Santos. How can you name a front six with arguably your fastest player being Cristiano Ronaldo at the age of 37? The whole game was played in front of Ghana. Nothing in behind unless they went high, which is basically what happened for the second goal, which Felix scored, intercepted in the midfield, caught out of position, and it also happened with the third goal of Liao when Ghana were trying to chase the equalizer. You can't be naming a team without Rafael Liao just because Jota is injured. No, Rafael Liao has to start. Neves can go to the bench, start Carvalho. Otavio can also sit. That way you have speed on top of energy. Portugal weren't bad in the first half. They had good energy, intercepting, being in Ghana's face. But then the final delivery and producing something that threatens Ghana was null and void in the first half. And with that, let's speak about Ghana. Mohamed Kudus put up his hand. Andre Ayew showed why he's the country's leader in bringing in a great performance, South Korea should be worried for Mohamed Kudus. So should Uruguay. There's still a lot to expect there from Ghana. And I'm hopeful for my African brothers in Morocco and Senegal. Morocco had a good performance against Croatia. They were on the front foot in that draw. Belgium looked lethargic against Canada. Morocco can sneak one there, or even still hold off a draw and then get victory against Canada. Anything can happen. And then the decider for Senegal against Ecuador. They finally got Africa's first 3 points of the World Cup against Qatar. And I hope, fingers crossed, they overcome Ecuador in putting an African team into the last 16. They're not the only African team I'm hopeful for with entering the last 16. I'm hopeful for Morocco as well. Things are sitting well in the balance for them in their group. Tell me your opinions and mention in the comments what surprised you apart from the heat and all this added time. See, literally now I'm done talking about the teams I've gone into added time. You see what I did there? All this added time at the World Cup, it's annoying. And now you don't even see where it comes from. Just see the time. The fourth official puts up his board saying 6 minutes. The new 3 minutes is 6 minutes now at this World Cup. Matches are basically 100 minutes long at this World Cup. I don't understand how you add 8 minutes and there was probably only a delay for like 2.5 minutes. But then Argentina's match, the second half ended up going on for 13 minutes longer when only 8 minutes was added. Iran versus England was 10 minutes added time. Like, FIFA, make it make sense to us ballers as to why the referees are adding so much added time. If not, let's cut it for the last 16 and further along into the knockout stages of the competition. That's where I end off my ballers. Today's matches being yesterday when I recorded. I just watched the dull affair between Japan and Costa Rica. In 1-0 to Costa Rica. Hopefully Belgium cannot get a win against Morocco in being lethargic again against Canada. You can get away with it once, but you won't get away with it twice, And then as we wait for the biggest match of the group stages in Germany and Spain. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe. Like the video, go share with the baller. Let that baller subscribe and like and rewatch and like again, like my ballers. But until next time, from What's Football with our fans, live long.